Fast, deadly, quiet killers. Chemical weapons have historically been a popular tool of warfare. They're banned under a treaty signed by most of the world's countries. But from the war in Syria to recent poisonings in the United Kingdom, there's evidence that toxic chemicals are still in use. Is the threat of chemical attacks growing? Chemical weapons were first used by Germany in the World Wars. Hydrogen cyanide, Adolf Hitler's weapon of choice during the Holocaust. And later they became useful tools for other countries as well. Chemical weapons have been used by dictators and terrorists. Saddam Hussein killed around 5,000 people in Iraq in 1988 with a cocktail of deadly gases. 7 years later, a cult movement in Japan carried out a sarin gas attack in Tokyo's subway, killing 12 people. Today, 96% of the world's known chemical weapons have been destroyed, according to the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. Sarin gas resurfaced in the Syrian city of Ghouta in 2013, with US intelligence saying at least 1,400 people were killed by the Assad regime. Syria had claimed to have disposed of all of its chemical weapons, but dozens of attacks have taken place over the last 6 years.
What we've seen is a series of coordinated attacks using chlorine by the Syrian government.
Russia has repeatedly vetoed to end UN investigations into Syrian chemical attacks. In the United Kingdom, former spy Alexander Litvinenko was killed by radioactive polonium in 2006. And last month, former Russian spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter were poisoned by the nerve agent Novichok. The British government has accused Russia of committing the attack.
There is no alternative conclusion other than that the Russian state was culpable for the attempted murder of Mr. Skripal and his daughter.
But Russia has denied any involvement, branding May's statement a circus show. At least 27 countries, including the US, France and Germany, have now expelled Russian diplomats. Western countries are seeking ways to combat any perceived threat. Britain is setting up a new chemical weapons defense center, and France is leading a global campaign to impose sanctions on those responsible for chemical attacks. Global authorities that prohibit chemical weapons usage are not always effective, and recent chemical attacks show a growing confidence among those keen to use them. If regulatory mechanisms don't work, how can these brutal weapons of mass destruction be eliminated? Is the world destined to fear chemical weapons for some time yet?